Some fish are legendary, some are sacred, and some will test everything you've got. Across North America, indigenous tribes have fished these waters for centuries, carving traditions, ceremonies, and survival from every catch. Now, we travel deep into their ancestral homelands to uncover stories behind the fish that shape their cultures, and catch some absolute giants along the way. From the raging rivers of the Pacific Northwest to the untouched lakes of the Great Plains, we're hooking into monsters that fed generations and diving headfirst into the traditions that keep them alive today. I'm Robert Jacobo, and this is IndigeFish, Tribal Tales. Are you ready to chase something big?
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of IndigeFish. I'm your host, Robert Jacobo, and guys, we're taking it from outside just to start. We're gonna go ahead and get back out there in just a minute, but first and foremost, I wanted to kind of come to you guys because we just got done at Tacklemeet, and that was taking place over in Costa Mesa. Got to meet some amazing people, get tons and tons of advice. That was the most important thing, was that we got to go ahead and pick the brains of people like Weston, people like Calico Chris, people like Monique, Steve, the guys Evan and Jake over at No Knot. We got to talk to Greg, Ronnie. We got to talk to Andrew and Nick over at Lifelike Plastics. We got to talk to Jason and Jason over at Stay Bent, pick up some gear as well. We got to talk to David over at Big Belly Anglers and just kind of pick their brains, right? And get the advice and stuff like that. And one of the biggest things that really stuck out to me, especially being an angler that's just starting out in the surf fishing community, really starting out in the aspect of ocean fishing in general, right? Even though I have some experience in it, the one big thing is don't start out super duper expensive. Look, I know we all want to go out and buy that new Penn rod that's gonna cost us like $300, $400, $500, right? We wanna get the nice exclusive custom rods if we can, right? But at the same time, there are some pretty good rods out there that you can literally just stop in, go into your local Walmart, go into your local sporting goods store and just pick something up that's gonna be relatively inexpensive. And that is what we are gonna be doing today. As a matter of fact, we went ahead and already picked it up. I'll show you guys the video where I went ahead and got in there and picked it up from Walmart. But what it is just basically a very basic Eagle Claw crafted glass, right? Pole. And it's nothing to be fancy or anything like that, right? And I know we're saying crafted glass, right? And so it sounds really intense, but what it really is just, it's fiberglass, right? This thing is meant to get beat up, right? And so not only that, but it's I told myself that I needed to go ahead and get a 10-foot rod. So the thing was, I went in there and for $35.64 roughly. Let's actually check the receipt for confirmation. Let's see, we got $35.64, right? I don't know if we're able to see that, but $35.64, we're able to pick up a 10-foot casting rod. Now this thing is meant for heavier loads, okay? So we're looking at 10 feet, we're looking at a line weight of 10 to 25 pounds. So it's not like we're trying to catch bluefin tuna on this or anything like that, but it is gonna be able to deal with the weight with anything that's gonna be heavier in the surf. On top of that too, it's meant to be for a casting rod, so we're gonna try to get our stuff out there as far as possible. We do have the opportunity to use a conventional reel and check that out. We're gonna start off with a spinner on this. The guides are a little small, so that is the only hiccup that I can see when it comes to possibly using my spinning reel, is that we're gonna have a lot of that line whipping very wide, coming into a very narrow area, so that could be effective or affected upon the cast, right? So, but this thing is $35, guys. For under 36 bucks, I walked out of here with a 2-piece 10-foot rod. And this thing is beautiful, by the way, right? It's got nice hand-picked cork for the most part, right? And by hand-picked, I mean it's whatever Eagle Claw says is hand-picked, right? But I mean, it's definitely coming off of a manufacturing floor. And it's made right here, Denver, Colorado, but it's also, well, it's It's manufactured in Denver, Colorado. I think it's made in China for the most part, right? But the company was founded in Denver, Colorado. So, but yeah, this Eagle Claw handcrafted glass pole, 36 bucks, 35.64, right? So you're walking out of there with a brand new pole for $36. You're able to get on the water, right? So for less than what your fishing license actually costs, you can pick up a brand new pole and get yourself out there right away. And not only that, look, I know this isn't gonna be the pole that is in there for 40, 50 years down the line. Maybe it might be, right? Maybe one of these days my grandkids might say, that's Grandpa's pole that he, started when he was first doing ocean fishing and first starting out with his YouTube channel. But I'd be surprised if it made it that far. But this is gonna get us in the fishing community. This is gonna allow us to keep money in our pockets, allow us to go ahead and actually put that money towards things like bait, towards things like new lures and stuff like that, towards things like boat trips, so that way we can go out there, get more experience, start picking the brains of the deckhands, the captains, the other anglers on the boat, get more experience that way. So that way we're not showing up at the party with the most expensive pole, but no experience, right? Just like Weston was telling us over at Tacklemeet, the one cool thing is when you're going in there and you're the guy that's willing to be the most persistent. You're the guy that's willing to ask the questions. You're the guy that's not showing up necessarily with all the most expensive gear in the world because you spent that additional money on things like boat tickets, on things like bait, and understanding your general area. So I am super stoked to be able to go out there and start to use this. We're gonna go ahead and get it lined up with our conventional reel. We're gonna start out with some 20-pound tests. We're gonna throw the Shimano 3000 on here, the Sienna 3000, and we're gonna, that's got our 20-pound monofilament on there. And so what we'll do is we'll start out with that, and then we'll see if it might be ready for the Garrett. But right now the Garrett's got 30-pound monofilament on there, so I don't want to overload this pole. I want to see how these guides are going to work and see how that line is going to come off of that reel and into these guides. So anyways, guys, let's get out there, let's fish this thing, let's get excited about this pole because like I said, for $36, I'm able to walk out of Walmart with a brand new pole and get my butt down to the surf and have something that I can do some very long casting with. So anyways, guys, let's get out there, let's start fishing, and let's see what this pole's got. So until next time, guys, take care.